Well, this is really important. This is an important social issue right now. A dad and daughter are battling it out on TikTok right now for the reputation of their family. This girl named Maddie Hart made a TikTok asking everyone to share their funny trauma. And we showed this as a cringe of the day last week. She said, "What's your funny trauma? My funny trauma is that my dad abandoned our family, me and my 3 siblings, to go become a professional break dancer in his 60s. And she even showed all of these videos of him. Like, he went on Good Morning America. He danced with Paula Abdul. He found like glory in his breakdancing career.
The thing that makes it funny, she goes, and he's good. And that's the worst part.
Good. And it was funny trauma, to be honest. But he decided to make a response video after it was called to his attention that his reputation was being dragged through the mud on TikTok. And he did so in a shirt with the Bitcoin logo all over it.
I'm telling you, he's B-Boy Bitcoin. That's his name.
He said, "I wake up at 6 a.m. to find that my daughter has posted a TikTok video trashing me. She's a big social media influencer with millions of followers." So,
but he owns an advertising company.
Should we show the response video, at least some of it? It's 10 minutes long, so it's not really worth getting into the whole thing.
The 10-minute one?
Yeah, just like let's look at the beginning, because we can see where she gets her personality.
To do some work,
it's genetic.
I get my coffee. Okay, I wake up at 6 a.m. to do some work. I get my coffee. I sit down. I open my computer. And what am I greeted with? Well, hundreds of comments calling me a deadbeat dad, a child abandoner, and all manner of other insults.
Technically, that's true.
What's this all about? Well, after a few minutes of investigation, I discover that my daughter, Maddie, has made a video about me. She's a screenwriter in Hollywood. She's also a big social media influencer with millions of followers. Some of her videos get millions of views. And this video has tens of millions of views. 1 million likes, 20,000 comments, 40,000.
I'm sorry, the way he's just sitting deadpan in the chair like your deadbeat dad sits when you get home from school and has all day is the best part of this. He hasn't got up from the chair since he left her all those years ago.
Hey, that's a throne.
Yeah.
It's 30,000 reposts. It's just insane.
I can see,
So
I can picture the beer
watch this
right
video.
next to it.
And frankly, I was pretty chagrined by what I heard, to say the least.
Chagrined. To say the least.
The more I watch this video, the more I like it. Well, I like about 98% of it. However, I do need to correct a few statements in the video. But first, let's just watch Maddie's 90-second video, and then I'll give you my comments.
What's a piece of trauma that you have that's funny? It has to actually be funny. I'll go first. My dad abandoned my family when I was 5 years old. That is a wife and 4 kids. He abandoned us and then pursued amateur breakdancing.
Some more context is needed here, needless to say.
But pro-Bitcoin, that's the real thing.
I will talk about this in a moment. All right, let's continue with the video.
Wait.
And he got really good. He like blew up. Like he became like a D-list celebrity status, like viral breakdancer. He became like the oldest actively competing breakdancer in the world. Then he got on Good Morning America and talk shows, and Washington Post wrote about him, and he went super viral, and he did all these interviews, and he danced with Paula Abdul. And here, I'll show you.
To see, take a look at this 60-year-old breakdancer. Yes, 60.
He's pretty good. Impressive, I know. You gotta give him that.
He's like, yeah, 8.
He's competing
He's loving it.
Philadelphia, and he may not have won, but I tell you what, he is winning over a lot of people on the internet. Yes. He really is. Yep, he's winning over a lot of people on the internet.
This guy wouldn't pay my medical bills.
That is not true. More on that in a minute.
At least she's a fan.
Yep.
The worst part, damn it, he's good. He should not be able to move his body like that. It's like impossible. It's beautiful. Hey, Dad.
Thank you, Maddie.
Like there was no split custody or anything. Like he just like left 4 kids to do that.
Okay, so we can't get into all of his rebuttals, but he corrected the record on a number of issues. He said that he paid out a total of $5 million in the divorce, which means he definitely provided for whatever medical bills or whatever needs for the children.
I also love that Elon Musk responded to this personally.
Yes, this blew up.
You are awesome.
Elon saw this. That's how much attention this got on the timeline, that Elon saw this and he supports the dad.
Elon's supposed to be getting us to Mars. Why is he watching breakdancing?
How does he have the time of day?
He's
Right.
very
He
active
doesn't
online.
have the time of day. He's
on Twitter.
always
It's crazy.
tweeting. He's like, I got on a phone call
He's
with
very
the guy from Google.
hands-on
I'm like,
CEO.
how did the guy
Yeah.
from Google find your phone number? How did that happen?
So he said, I paid out $5 million in the divorce. He says that he moved only down the street, a bike ride away, and he wasn't an absentee father. And he says that he didn't even start breakdancing until like 5 years after the divorce, so it wasn't
did file
exactly
for the
like
divorce?
that.
Who filed for the divorce? The mom?
He didn't say who filed, but he said that the divorce was 70% his fault. So he blames himself mostly for the divorce.
He took 70% responsibility.
Who knows?
That's more than most do.
Who knows
Right.
exactly what happened, but as this continues, we might learn. Someone said, I'm gonna be honest, doing a video about how your daughter is a lying bitch might not move the needle as much as you were hoping on the deadbeat dad thing. And then a lot of people remembered this is the same TikToker who made a video about how she felt the feminism evaporating from her body when she finally went on a date with a normal guy who paid for her drinks. So it's telling about the female psyche, that she became this feminist Hollywood screenwriter and she was brainwashed in college. Her dad's not in the picture. Like, it's like a telenovela almost.
Yeah.
Very intriguing. That had my neurons sizzling. So others took his side. They said he's so jovial and good faith on his daughter's slanderous video. Seems like a particularly good guy, good humored, good dad, would hang out with him. Also, though, the dad is in marketing and has a career in screenwriting. Very possible this was a coordinated campaign. People think that they're teaming up to get engagement off of this.
I totally agree with that. My spy sensibilities.
Yeah,
I think there was a coordinated
is a CIA black op.
Yes, right.
Yeah,
No,
'cause-
but seriously, I don't think it's. Yeah, I think they're teaming up.
Yeah, because she's like such a visible fan watching his videos. Like she's like sitting there cracking up, and he's like smiling watching her be proud of him.
Yeah.
It's like if this is really your deadbeat
for them,
dad, that
you
like
know?
you have a personality trait that's based on your trauma from him leaving you. Like I really doubt you're actually watching his videos and enjoying it to that
Meanwhile,
extent.
like people with actual trauma from their parents abandoning them are like, this isn't very fair to us.
I think
Right.
this is a story about the fact that divorce is nasty, and she probably got her mom's side of the story about what happened. Didn't hear much positive
Mom's
stuff
like,
about
he
her
didn't pay
dad.
any alimony. Mom didn't share that she got
Yeah.
$5 million from the guy.
Right.
Yeah, so she actually made a response video to his response video.
Somebody
I'm not
get
kidding.
these two in the same coffee shop. will ya?
Seriously, I want them to reunite. I want this to have a happy ending. But she said, you know, I wasn't aware of all the financial stuff, and
Mom lied to her.
The medical bill that he didn't pay, that was when I was in college. She said that it was a lie that he lived down the street from her, that he actually moved to Florida with a new wife, and they saw each other like once every few months for that period of time. But I think we can all agree, like, just providing money isn't the whole responsibility of a dad. Like,
Sure.
he should have been more active in her life. Sure.
If this is
If
legit.
any of
I
this
don't
is
think
legit,
it is. I don't
which
think
is
it
a big
but-
if, because I mean, she's obviously full of it, and I think he's obviously full of it, and it runs in the family.
How many views are they getting? Have they gotten a lot of
Millions
attention?
and
Tens of millions.
tens of millions.
Yeah, well, it's
And
worked
I mean,
for
the
him.
fact that Elon saw it.
This is a
crazy.
This is just a repost from somebody on the internet, and it's got 433,000.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Do you want to look at her response?
Yep, here we go.
I'm recording a quick response to all this. I'll probably delete this in the morning because like I don't actually have like bad will. I posted my video because it's a very funny story. It's very silly. I like to laugh at my trauma instead of like being super sad about it. But I know my dad posted like a 10-minute video or whatever being like, you know, my daughter's lying. We have a great relationship. I have a great relationship with all my kids. That's just objectively not true. Like, guys, we're all freaking out about this in my family group chat right now. We're being like, he's so unhinged and delusional. We don't know if he actually believes his own narrative or if he's lying on purpose, but he's just like a weird guy. Like, he said he lived down the street from us. That's
does
not
seem
true.
weird.
Or like if he did, it was only for a few months maybe, but
She's weird
actually
too.
for most of my
Perfect.
childhood, he lived in Florida with his new wife. Like basically like I don't want to get into this. Like, again, like, my video was basically like sanitizing the situation and like poking fun at the lightest parts of that childhood trauma. But obviously in real life, it was a lot more like complicated and traumatic, and it was really hard. He left us, immediately married another woman. We didn't hear from him for years. And then he would visit every few months and we'd go out to dinner, but like, he truly had no hand in raising us at all. We don't speak with any sort of regularity. He doesn't know when my birthday is. Like, as you guys saw in the video I posted, he got it wrong. He gave us some money growing up. I honestly don't know the nitty gritty of the financial situation. I really don't.
Maybe you shouldn't be talking
but
about it.
But I do know that
Right.
sometimes I've asked him for financial help with medical expenses, like especially.
He's like, I heard
like,
he gave your mom
college.
$5 million. How much you
What
want?
I was referring to in my video when I was like, he wouldn't pay some of my medical bills. I'll probably delete this in the morning, but I'm,
Cap.
2 hard kombuchas in, and so I feel the need to kind of defend me and my family's like POV. Bottom line is, this guy was a completely absent father.
Technically, that's not true because he took you to dinner sometimes. A completely absent father completely leaves.
I think this is the most iconic
Father
duo. Like Hollywood screenwriter, TikToker daughter, Bitcoin loving, breakdancing dad. I want them to reunite.
I mean, I'm not convinced that he had no part in her life because they have the exact same personality.
They do.
It's like
and
he
the same
definitely has
smile.
too
Like
much,
they look so alike.
They're enjoying this, or they're enjoying the attention and money they're getting from it.
Yeah, so then
And I would
just
too.
today I saw he posted a part 2 response video
30
to her response
Call
video
each
that's
other.
30 minutes long, and we are not even going to get into that. But
Why don't
he
they just call each other?
just have a phone call. We
Or
don't need to
TikTok
be
Live.
involved. Like,
Since we are involved, put it on TikTok Live. I'm all up in their family group chat.
part 2, my Hollywood daughter continues social media storm against me. Her Bitcoiner breakdancing
This one's
dad.
got
That is a
1.7
headline.
million views.
Already, this is a day old, and he's like posting parts of her like child home videos here. It's crazy. I just feel like I shouldn't be involved, but also I'm too curious for my own good. So I'm definitely gonna watch this later.
Yeah, I'm just
But
nosy. If you put it out there, I'm gonna look. And I guess that's why millions of people are watching.
it's definitely not a good look for him if he's trying to like score points with people.
Maybe we get him on PCC and bring them
We need
together.
to use this platform for
Enter
good.
reconciliation.
Let's get to some truth, guys. Let's get to
Family
some
court
truth.
services.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
The mom can come in and sit over there, and then we fact check her whenever the daughter's like, "You didn't help us." And we're like, "Is that true?" And he's like, "Actually, I gave you this much money when I had this age." And they're like, "Mom, why did you lie to her?"
It's just crazy how this has like taken over my algorithm for days.
I'm glad this hasn't hit mine yet.
I was gonna say I have a good algorithm then, I guess, better than I thought,
I've been
because I'm
hanging
not
on
getting
every
this.
word. But yeah, like I don't take either side. I think that they're both incredibly charming though. And I want
worked in
them to
the-
get back together.
I worked in divorce law for 2 years, so I am well aware that all these people are lying. Like, I know a liar when I see one, but they're doing it for a check. And you know what? Sometimes the bag is right. Money does buy happiness if you know where to shop.
Yeah.
So what he should do is he should get her like a matching Bitcoin shirt. So that they can go and
the only thing that could be worse is if he went into beatboxing.
That would be her 9/11.
That
Yeah.
would have been very.
Then I would be on her side.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.